I thought we would do something a little bit different to kick off this week's show because somebody here on the podcast here was trending on social media on the wrestling Twitterverse this week because yeah, your boy dropped another list that had the timeline going on fire. If it's your first time joining us, I am a writer over at Sports Illustrated, The Takedown on SI. I did a couple of months ago, I think this was in like September, October, I did the 20 greatest WWE wrestlers of all time list, which got a lot of coverage all over social media. Good friends, some like bigger channels like Steve and Larson going in Raw. They broke down my list, butchered me to death, said that my name sounded like an AI name. I know the Black Announce Table podcast said that this list was made by five writers and 4.5 of them were white. I had to go on their channel and I was like, yeah, I'm SP3. Apparently I'm 5 people and 4.5 of them is white. But yes, this week though, I dropped on Friday the top 10 greatest WWE women's wrestlers of all time, which got a lot of attention, including from a one Rebecca Quinn, aka Becky Lynch. She even posted up my article that I wrote here. So we're going to go through it. We're going to get the reaction of Josh and Top Guy JJ and all of you. And you could give your thoughts. You can give your top 10 WWE women's wrestlers of all time and let us know what you think. As long as you are not trying to support a sex trafficker being on my list, we will have no issues. It's okay. It's a subjective list. So you can disagree with it or not. But as soon as you try to say, oh, Fabulous Moolah needs to be on my list, that's when I draw the line.
Ban him. If that happens, ban him.
I had to block one of your writers, Top Guy JJ. He's a Titans writer for Sports Illustrated because he decided to support Fabulous Moolah. He said he really, and then he tried to gaslight me and say, you watch WWE, so you're supporting a sex trafficker. I was like, what are you talking about? You cover the NFL. We don't know what these owners do. But I cover professional wrestling for a living. So yeah, I had to block him.
I'm a Tennessee Titans fan, not a fan of Hicksville.
Also true.
Just get that straight.
Also true. Yeah, you're not a fan of their writers. That's true. You're a fan of the team. But yes, we're going to share it with y'all on the screen here, the top 10 greatest WWE women's wrestlers of all time. So sound off in the live chat if you want to make sure your comment is highlighted on screen. Of course, you could send a super chat donation. We always appreciate that kind of support. But yes, let's go through it here. We'll just go through the top 10. We won't read anything here, but I will give you the criteria. So the criteria were career accomplishments in the company. Specifically in the company. That was a very important distinction that I think a lot of people missed. If you just saw the list and you didn't read the article, you would just think, oh, he's just naming off great women's wrestlers or great booked wrestlers. But if you look at the criteria of it all, that's when you will understand the list and how it's been ranked.
Niggas is reading articles.
I know. That's true. They'll just see the list. They won't click the link. It's based on the career accomplishments in the WWE, their match quality in the WWE, their promo work in the WWE, their character work, their impact, influence, and legacy. So here are the 10 greatest WWE women's wrestlers of all time. You got number 10, Alundra Blaze, aka Medusa. Coming in at number 9, we got Bianca Belair, the EST of WWE. Then you got at number 8, Asuka. Number 7 here, we got Chyna. Then we got at number 6 is Bayley. Number 5 is the CEO Sasha Banks, aka Mercedes Moné. Coming in at number 4, we got no, I think I skipped one. Yeah, 4, we got Lita. And then we got number 3 here, Trish Stratus. Number 2, Charlotte Flair. And number 1, yes, the aforementioned Rebecca Quinn, aka Becky Lynch. So, Top Guy JJ, I'm sure this is probably your first time watching it because you just said who clicks on articles. I did share it in our chat, so I'm sure you didn't click on it. So, what is your reaction to my list for Sports Illustrated, the top 10 greatest WWE women's wrestlers of all time?
Based on the criteria of what you said, the only person that I would probably move is Chyna. I would move Chyna higher because of the impact and the legacy that she left. The only woman to win a men's championship, somebody that participated and actually was effective in a men's Royal Rumble. Like, so there's so many things that she's done that has never even like been touched again. And I'm not saying like move her to like top 3, but I would probably move her to definitely top 5. But Becky and Charlotte is gonna get your most argument because of the reigns of championships that Charlotte Flair had, but that also has to come with the word impact. No one has made an impact like that woman right there. With the run that she had. With the run that she had, she was literally the biggest star in the company. Not the fucking women's division, not in the company. She was the hottest thing out, period. You can't even argue it. So
and I will tell you, that's the main thing. Like I see, Call Me Mr. Bonda in the chat saying I'm swapping 1 and 2. That's all. And I know Romeo was very adamant. He thought that Charlotte Flair should have been number 1. Charlotte Flair's never been number 1 in WWE. Like whether y'all want to admit it or not, she's never been the number 1 star. She's never been that good on the mic either. Like, that's what I said. That's why I emphasize what the criteria was. There is some weaknesses when you really look at the resume. And it took me some time. It took me like 2 weeks to put together this whole thing and had to look at their careers and break it all down and break down every criteria. Charlotte Flair is not good in the character work department. She's not that great, doesn't have a good grade in the promo work department. Influence, impact, all the 4 horsewomen kind of have that, and the legacy have that. But the main difference why Becky Lynch is number 1 over Charlotte Flair is, like you said, Top Guy JJ, she's the only woman in WWE history who was number 1 star in the company in a predominated male field of professional wrestling. That is enough to put you at number 1.
No one has that claim, and no one, it seems, in the foreseeable timeline will ever get that claim again. And she had a top selling shirt with a bloody face. Like all of this stuff, she took that accident and turned it into the greatest thing in her career. To the greatest thing that happened in her career. And you kind of think the only ones that I'm looking at, and they're trailblazers, right? They are trailblazers, Lita and Trish. But, it will make me have to think a little bit more of just taking them 2 and just flipping Sasha and Bayley like slightly ahead of them too, because of the sustainability and the longevity of these 2's runs as well. And they've main evented pay-per-views together. So, that it just draws some thinking. But I don't have much issue with the list. The only thing that I would say I would completely just move, I would move Chyna a bit higher. I would probably move her in the number 5 spot, but everybody else seems to be pretty good to me in my book for now. Like, you dig and you kind of think a little bit more on it, but you're asking me off the cuff. I like the list. I would just move Chyna a little higher.
I do have to show here are the honorable mentions that I put on the list as well. We have the Bella twins, because I did see Dion in the chat saying that he says, I'm surprised you didn't put Nikki Bella, SP3, LOL. And I said this on In the Weeds on Fightful Overbooked earlier this week. I was like, Nikki Bella, I think, is a top 20 entrant if I expand this list to top 20. But if you put the Bella twins together and their impact together, she's like a fringe top 10. They're fringe top 10 together. Nikki on her own, is a top 20. But the Bella Twins together, because they're so unique as a force where you can't, I don't think you can really kind of separate one from the other. Yes, you can say Nikki had a better career than Brie, but when you put them together, they rise up the list because their impact and influence from being the stars of Total Divas and Total Bellas, they created a whole generation of wrestling fans that started watching wrestling because of them. Josh, what about you? What's your thoughts on this list?
Not much issue with this. The only thing I would probably say, I probably would have put in Rhea probably number 10. Just because, like, you know, Bianca's number 9 from what I saw, right? She's number 9 on the list.
Yeah.
She's number 9 on the list, and their accolades from what I saw or from what I know, I think it's almost similar from what I understand. Is it similar?
The key difference for me between Bianca and Rhea is Bianca Belair main evented WrestleMania. Rhea Ripley has not done that. Has not even, like, people can say, oh, her and Charlotte came close. No, it didn't. It was never going to main event WrestleMania 39.
Well, I mean, yeah, but even with that,
Rhea's real rise starts in 2022. It starts in 2022, so we're in the middle of Rhea Ripley making her top 10 status for wrestling.
I mean, me personally, I probably would have put her number 10. That's all I'm saying. Just because if we're talking about accolades overall, I'm saying, like, just because of the accolades alone, that's why I probably would have put her top 10. Because again, Alundra Blaze, right? I get why she's number 10, but at least me personally, the most memorable thing of her was, unfortunately for me, was her dumping the title in the trash can. And I'm sorry. I'm just being honest about that. Like, there's no way you could tell me, like, if somebody was to ask me, hey, what was your favorite Alundra Blaze match in WWF? I'm probably dying because I have no idea.
Bull Nakano. Her matches with Bull Nakano and her work in Japan, like, the big thing that made Alundra Blaze on my list over the likes of, like, a Rhea Ripley and AJ Lee, the Bella Twins, Mickie James, Beth Phoenix, is that she was so good, she made Vince McMahon, who hates women's wrestling, bring back the women's title in the 90s after a 5-year hiatus. She brought it back, and she is, like, the representative of probably the oldest generation I can go. I could have put, like, people like your Sensational Sherrys and your Wendy Richters on the list as well. And probably if I do the top 20, I can put them on the list in some way. But if you're going back to, like, the 90s, like, Alundra Blaze is probably the best ever. That was the first women's wrestler that I saw on WWE television.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. You know, it's, you know, the list itself, I think it's fine. I really don't see any discrepancies on my end. Like, I know Top Guy was talking about Chyna being top 5. Number 7, I think it's fair just because, like, I understand her impact too. I understand, like, the stuff that she's done, but I mean, overall, I mean, you compared it to the top 5 that you showed. I mean, match quality over top stat alone, in my opinion. But the whole thing with Charlotte and Becky, I was for Becky being number 1. Charlotte, I mean, yeah, she has, like, the accolades, but then even if you really was to look deeper into her numbers, she's a 10-time world champion. But how long were a lot of those reigns, if you really look at it? She was cashing on the most. Money in the Bank cashing on the most. I mean, even if you look at the technical numbers in that aspect, I mean, I think Becky is the head. I think the overall impact that she's had. And then also just her match quality alone. Like, You know, when we're talking about WrestleMania main events, she main evented with Charlotte, and she won the titles, both titles. You know, WrestleMania 38, that incredible match with Bianca Belair, right? Some people said that was their match of the night. You know, so she's done a lot, and I can see why she's number one. There's really no real argument for me on that. And I mean, it's very big on SP3 putting his biases aside. I know we do have a guy that says, I mean, there is a guy that always loves to say that he's unbiased, but he's the complete opposite of that. Yeah. He's complete opposite of that. And at least with SP3, he sees more of like, I'm talking about the overall impact of things. I'm seeing this, I'm seeing that, right? Because again, if we're letting the fan perception kind of affect of our, you know, what we're trying to do when, especially with SP3, he's in a situation where he's in Sports Illustrated, and you know he kind of has to be unbiased when it comes to stuff like this, you know, and you know again he put his feelings aside because that 2018 year, that was rough. I mean 2019, where all the fans were like, you know, this big giant love affair for Becky. So I mean it's a good thing that he put his biases aside. And for me, I think it's fair. I think having her number one is fair. I know some people were saying, oh, it should have been Trish. Some people said it should have been Lita. I don't think they come that close. I think they're in a fair spot. I think Lita being number 4 is fair. I think Trish being number 3 is fair. Because even though, like, you know, Trish keeps coming back, you know, and, you know, she's doing all these things, which I think a lot of us do appreciate, and she's still really good in the ring.
Good, yeah.
It's just she didn't have the impact that Becky did. And you know, you could try to argue that till your face turns blue, but I mean, Becky was the top person in the company at one point. Not just women, she was a top person in the company where they kind of really needed it. And you know, like I said, I'm fine with the list.
Just look at the criteria here, because you can do like a little battle, and you can be like, okay, this person 10-9. You can give 10-9 rounds like it's a boxing match. Career accomplishments, yeah, that would probably go to Charlotte because she's a 14-time women's champion. Then you go to match quality. I will give Charlotte the match quality. Here's when the tide is going to turn. Promos. Becky is much better in promo. That's a 10-8 round. That's a 10-8 round when it comes to promos with Becky and Charlotte. Character work, that's a 10-8 round for Becky Lynch over Charlotte Flair. Charlotte's been the same character for 10 years. Becky has given us the Irish stereotype, then the smoke punk, then she gave us the man, then she gave us big time Bex. Like, come on, like that. It's a 10-8 round right there. Impact.
She evolved.
Yeah. Yeah,
Impact,
and also
Impact is once again that's Becky Lynch, because she made the bigger impact because she became the number 1 star in the entire company, regardless of gender, from the end of 2018 through almost the beginning of 2020. Yes, Roman getting leukemia played a factor in that, but it is what it is. Charlotte was around at that time. She wasn't number 1. Becky was. Influence, Becky Lynch once again, like her influence on the fan base and her influence on women's wrestling, how she used her star power to elevate someone like Bianca Belair and made sure that she put over Bianca Belair because of the way Vince McMahon had her come back and beat her in 20 seconds at SummerSlam. She wanted to follow through on it, even though Ronda was back and that was probably a bigger money matchup for her. She was like, no, I want to wrestle Bianca Belair. You got Tegan Knox going on interviews saying that when Becky was NXT champion, she wanted to wrestle all the underutilized talent. So that's once again a 10-8 round for Becky. And then you look at legacy, because of all the things that I just mentioned, that's once again Becky Lynch. So when you break down the categories, Becky wins 4-2.
And she's not short of accomplishments. So like she's not short of the accomplishment. Charlotte has more, but she's not short of accomplishments.
Yeah, I mean, Charlotte has more, but then also I think when it comes to wrestling, you also have to look at the bigger numbers when it comes to that. Like you said, right? She was a 14-time champion. But then it's like, how many of those reigns were actually either good or either long? It's those kind of things for me, at least, because you could be, like before, like Macho Man, he's a 4-time WCW champion, but then all those reigns were trash. So it's like, you could brag about somebody's winning a bunch of titles, but if it's not good, like if they're not good runs and they're shorter than a month combined, is it really that good? Like, is it really that important? You know what I mean?
Yeah. And, you dive a little bit more and you just want to give like a final response to like the Chyna one. So like, I think there's that match quality. That's where she fell.
That's where she definitely see. JJ knows me definitely, and the promo work. That's where she bottomed out a little bit.
And it's because also I think she was so far ahead of her time. They had no one that could compete with her. Like literally, they had no one that was capable of if she was a competitor in 2025, this would be so different. Because there are so many women that is up to snuff, that's up to the quality of work that would have made her work that much harder. There wasn't a woman on the roster that could even be believable in a ring with her. So she was just too far ahead of her time. So, you dive a little bit more, you kind of, so you kind of see where the criteria does work its magic. But, that's the magic of listening and reading. That helps, it helps. So, good list overall. I think if we was making this list in say 2027, Rhea Ripley would definitely be on this list.
Yeah. And that's what I told to Jimmy. Jimmy went in on me, said that this list was near perfect. He was like, it's very hard to go 9 deep. He was like, he got 9 deep and it was perfect. Then he got to number 10 and he fumbled. That's what he said to me about my list.
I mean, I don't
because he said Rhea Ripley should have been number 10.
I mean, I don't think it's a fumble. I mean, that's kind of just.
It's a subjective answer. It's a subjective answer. Yeah.
Say, like,
I respect Jimmy clouding me because I expected that from him. But we have one more person I wanted to hear the thoughts of on this list. Probably the most important person on our flagship here who can give our thoughts. The one and only princess of all the true heels, Miss Krssi Love. How are you doing?
Hey, boo.
Hi guys. Good morning. Hi, honey. How
are you?
Hey, friend. What's happening, everybody? I messaged these boys since yesterday, and none of them replied back to me, which is terrible, but whatever. What's the point of having a group chat if they don't even respond to it? I don't understand this.
I saw it. Which one is the one I seen this morning? What do you want me to say? What do you want me to say? You're going to be late? Cool.
You know what? I'm not even going to say nothing. I'm not even saying
I was late. Okay. I was trying to focus on me not being late, too.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Hello, everybody in the chat. What's my friend that came for me last week? I hope you are ready today. I'm here for you, friends. So we're all here today.
Yeah, she did. She ain't forget. She
never
forget.
She clocked it.
The North remembers. The North remembers. Don't do that. So I'm ready for you niggas. Hi, everybody. Hello. What's happening?
Oh, okay. All right. So you must have had a morning.
No. Oh, so you weren't here last week. So
no, I definitely wasn't.
So last week, I forgot our dear friend's name. But he came for me last week telling me that I need to start writing down my matches of the week when I've been doing this for a long time. I'm here for a good time, not a long, whatever, how that shit goes. Anywho, whatever.
You've been on the show for 6 years.
Yeah. So we've done this whole thing with our matches of the week. And I have kids, I have brain fart, and I smoke and I drink and things happen. And I can't remember every damn thing. You think I'm remembering what's happening Tuesday, like to remember Saturday? Like I'm trying to get here on time. I'm here at 11:50 a.m. and we sit on this thing for 3.5 hours. So with that being said, he came for me and told me I need to start writing my shit down. So I told him to fuck off, and I will have that shit ready for his ass next week.
I love that. I love how niggas think that this is all we do every Saturday is just review this and then watch wrestling all week. Like nothing happens in between that for anybody here.
Nope.
I love that.
I have children. I have a job. Like I have a husband.
that.
I have a whole
I love
household
that.
to like, and watch wrestling on top of that. Thank you, sir.
Just,
Anywho, how's everyone doing today? I run a business. Like I got shit. Like shit is happening.
She listed everything.
Because I mean, and it's all love. I still love you. No matter what it is. Like it's all love. This is all fun. Like this is what we do.
Deion Jenkins was the assailant here. He said that was me, and I didn't come for you. I was joking around. Don't try to frame it like I was being serious.
I love you, Dion, but I had to just like tell you, like it was kind of like triggering, whatever. Like I'm sorry.
I'm just saying, if you come for the queen, you best not miss.
You best not miss.
Right. So Dion, I love you, and I got you, and I got the stuff for you. This in like 3.5 hours from now. So shit. You think I'm gonna remember what we talked about in an hour? No. I came from a parent meeting. You think I'm gonna remember all that? I had to write that shit down. Apparently, because I can't remember stuff. So
you know what I remember though? You know what I remember? My favorite thing from last week, last minute natty.
Oh, thank you.
That was great. That was great. Loved it.
And did last minute Natty show up on TV the following week? Look at that.
Oh, absolutely. Right on time.
Last minute Natty showed up at what she was on. Was it at NXT? She was on somebody's show. She came.
No, she was just backstage putting ice on Kara's back.
Yeah, she would just help it out.
No, you was joking. I'm sorry. I took it a little far, Dion. It was me. It wasn't you. It's okay. I'm just saying I will be more prepared next time. I still love you. It's still all love. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. Like, we're still joking.
She found the great, like, she was like MJ. She took that shit personal.
I still love you. It's all love. See, it's still
right. Dion in his crib show like, fuck me. Why is it fuck me? Like, he's like 50.
Now when I meet you in person, I'm gonna give you the biggest hug and I'm gonna apologize in person.
You know what? I'm happy for you, Krssi, because I feel like you've taken the mantle of people getting cursed out weekly. Every single week that me and SP was on here, somebody would get cursed out vehemently, like very strongly every week because they disagreed with something that was said. And now I'm glad. Good. Got somebody else that can give people shit too. Good.
I mean, it's all love, Dion. I still love you. Don't even worry about it.
Shit is fun.
But I have my stuff ready for you today. Okay, it might not be a lot, but it's on there. And I'm gonna keep track, like SP said, every week. I'll try. I can't break promises.
Krssi, we started the show talking about my 10 greatest WWE women's wrestlers of all time list because a lot of people were online this week very upset or happy with this list. What did you think of it?
That's the list that you had us input for you, and then I was like, shit, I forgot like mad people, and then I was like, you know what, just fuck all this shit and whatever. Like you pick what you want to pick, and we go from there. Because it really didn't matter what I said.
Let me go through the list for you. Number 10 was Alundra Blaze, aka Medusa.
Yeah, okay.
Number 9 was Bianca Belair.
Slay.
Number 8 was Asuka.
Work. Deserving.
Chyna was number 7.
She should be higher, but okay, whatever.
I'm gonna have to go through the criteria with you.
Wait, Chyna's before Bayley? I mean, Bayley's before Chyna?
Okay. He'll explain.
I'll explain. Let me just go through the list, and then I'll scroll back up to the criteria so you can understand, and then it'll hit you like it did to JJ just now.
No problem.
Bayley at number 6. Then you have here number 5 was Sasha Banks.
Mercedes Moné, okay.
Mercedes Moné, the CEO. Yeah. Number 4 was Lita.
Okay.
Then we got number 3, Trish Stratus.
Liv.
Number 2, Charlotte Flair. And number 1, someone that you know very well, Rebecca Quinn, aka Becky Lynch.
Now I seen that she did shout you guys out, and she was very thankful and humble. And I was like, look at SP getting a little shout out. She didn't say your name directly; she just said the actual people, like the brand. But I was like, well, that's my friend, and he did that. But whatever, we're not gonna we'll take whatever we can.
You're the second person to say that, because the first person who sent it to me was Joe Pearl, who in a chat with me and Jeremy for In the Weeds, and Jeremy's immediate response was, oh man, she didn't tag SP3. How cowardly.
Right.
You see, the thing about what I love, what
Right.
Becky Lynch is when she comes out, there's an expectation for her.
Right. That's
like there's a bar for her to hit.
Mm-hmm.
Let me know when you get that bar feeling when Charlotte Flair walks out.
I'm sorry. Are you asking me that or are you telling me that?
So no, it's me putting it out in the universe.
Got it.
So
okay.
Like you're expecting something when you see Becky Lynch.
Right.
When you see Charlotte, it's I hope that this is good.
Oh. Well, she's not. Well, you say that too, and you know she's accident prone now, so it's like anything could happen.
She had a year plus to have something different, and she comes out as the same fucking person over a year later.
Just skinnier.
The golden opportunity to have a character development involvement, and she is
the same thing,
same person.
They even had a report, JJ, that said she's gonna have this new character, the top girl, and it's the same thing.
And hasn't used that line once.
Nope. She's still calling herself the queen. So Krssi, to let you know, I did put criteria because the last time when I did my 20 greatest WWE wrestlers of all time, I didn't put the criteria in the article. So I made sure I put it in this one. So this is all based on what they did in WWE, but it's career accomplishments, match quality, promos, character work, impact, influence, and their legacy in the WWE. So the reason why Chyna is at number 7 and not higher is match quality and promo work. She was not graded very well.
She didn't do that. She didn't do much of it at all, to be honest. She showed up and did the job and she left.
Yeah, and then I mentioned to that I think that she was so far ahead of her time.
Yeah,
if she was competing with the woman of today, I think she would have made a even greater impact with women, but she just made an impact, period.
Yeah.
I do got one question for you, Krssi, before SP moves on. Did Zoe Stark like shoot in hubby's DMs or something?
Say that again?
Because, bruh, I said, did Zoe Stark shoot in hubby's DMs or something?
No,
Because,
you've been very spicy towards
you flamed this poor girl.
Oh, don't give me that shit about being a
actually. Ever since Sonya Deville got released, you've been basically promoting and pushing that Zoe should have been the one that got released.
Yo, you've not only shot her, you picked her dead body up and shot her again. You buried her. You dug her out the grave just to chop her head off.
Oh, it's like that video game. What's it? Is Mortal Kombat? No, it was a Tekken. Which one of them? Like finish her. Finish her. Yeah, that one. That's it.
That was you to Zoe last week.
Listen, okay. Okay, let's just be fair. If we're going at caliber of people and things that's happening, I just thought that she probably would have been the better person to have been on the chopping block. We've seen more from Sonya than her. Whatever Zoe have done, she's mostly almost killed everyone. Did you see what she did to Dakota Kai? I'm not lying. If I'm lying, I'm flying. I'm just saying. I'm just only just telling you.
Just punctured her lungs.
See, we need like creative people watching this show. If you're creative, if you can just one of Krissi's rants on Zoe, just put like one of the beats, put Euphoria's beat behind it, or put Not Like Us behind it, or put Meet the Grands behind it, just the beat, and I think that it would fit very well.
You know what would be perfect? The ether drops. Like the ether drops after each bar.
Your nerd saying, was Zoe Stark at Capitol Hill on January 6th? What's this burning hate for the lady?
It's not even hate. I'm just saying. See, y'all, I think y'all are mistaken facts and hate with is two different things. I'm just saying. I'm just speaking general fact. Did you guys want to see a Zoe Starks match? Put your hands in the chat. I'll wait. Okay, I don't see anybody. I don't see anything.
Well, while you wait, we do have a super chat donation from
Thank you,
Chuck
Chuck
Berries.
Berries. We appreciate you, friend.
Thank you, Chuck Berries.
We're gonna be waiting a long time. You know what I'm saying? We got 3.5 hours. So just what? Oh, see, you're a nerd. See, now you're just being a troll. I think you're just being a troll right now. It's okay.
Chuck Berry says this is just for keeping me entertained on a consistent basis. Thank you so much, Chuck Berries. We appreciate you for always joining us and showing your love in that way.
Dion is upset with me. I'm really. I feel bad. I did that to Dion. Can we send Dion something? I'm sorry, Dion. I feel really bad now. I feel so. I really feel. I feel terrible.
You got even the Public Enemies. The Public Enemies podcast is commenting.
Yo, that's funny.
Damn, I like Zoe.
Name one good thing Zoe has done for you guys.
I love that. I love that Volop comment. Krssi,
you see,
I
personally
lose. Put your soul and eat the.
I'll say personally, I'm very proud of Krssi. She's just being honest. I like it.
I am just saying, if we're going to, I would rather see Jada Parker than I see Zoe Starks.
Well, I mean, to be fair, I think a lot of people would, but that's because a lot of them are perverts.
Besides the assets,
that's a different story.
Besides all that, my husband was like, "Who's that?" I was like, "That's Jada Parker. She's sleeping with Jey Uso. She's one of the girls."
Whoa! What are we doing?
You have to give the best.
That hasn't been proven. Allegedly. We don't know.
Now, if I'm Jay too, I ain't mad if it's Jay. I ain't mad if it's facts.
I mean, I would sleep with Jada Parker too if I was. Listen, I mean,
you put your hands up if you were sleeping with Jada Parker.
Faithfully, religiously.
Accusations.
Okay, fine. Okay. See, this is what happens when I talk to my. I ain't even drink. I'm not. I don't.
Bro, you haven't even been here 15 minutes yet.
I know.
Oh my God! Yes, we need Jimmy Becker. We need Nikki Boy. Where are you? We need a new disclaimer. We need one for Krssi.
He's in the chat.
Oh my God!
Let me write these super chats down. We got 4. Let me write these shits down.
Oh my God, bro, this show hasn't even started yet.
It hasn't really even started yet, but here we are.
Okay, you had actually a question about. Okay, so the list was great, SP. I understand what you did now, and I see why you've done it. Most of the girls that we were all saying on the list have not even cracked the list, but I get it. The people that need to be on the list are deserving. Bianca Belair, the black girl, only one. She beat out Jacqueline.
Well, her and Sasha.
Sasha, you're right. Sorry, my bad.
Black history.
Sorry, I forgot. I'm sorry.
She forgets important people too.
I'm sorry. I forgot. I apologize. I didn't forget to do that to Mercedes, and I like Mercedes. I'm so sorry. Damn it. Okay, I'm sorry. Fuck.
You got to say sorry with the pose.
Yes.
Let it rain and clear it.
Yes, let it rain and clear it up.
That's what it is. That's let it rain.
Noodle soup. Chicken noodle soup.
That's all it is. That's really what it is. It's just very slow, and she's just not doing like the noodle soup side part. But it's okay.
This is a good question. So we have from Brandon Brown, one of our members of the channel. Who do Krssi hates more? Nikki Bella, Zoe Stark, and then Bala B adds the trick question. Tessa Blanchard.
No, I got a fatal 4-way for you. Ronda.
Oh man. Oh.
You got the
Who do you hate more? Nikki, Zoe, Ronda, or Tessa?
4 pillars of hate.
Imagine if Ronda was on the list. Imagine if Ronda was on the list. Oh my God.
No. See now this is what it's gonna be. I can do it in order. We're gonna go Ronda, Nikki. No. Sorry. No.
Wait, I was gonna say, how is Tessa not number one?
It's Tessa, Rhonda, Nikki, then Zoe. Zoe is at the end of the totem pole, the bar. She's at the end of the bar. Still hate. The hate is still a muff. But yes, Tessa. And every time everyone boos her, I just laugh. I was like, see, this is what happens when you don't humble yourself and apologize. But a racist will always show that's true color.
Oh, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. By the way,
that's a whole
segment. That's a segment for itself for a reason.
You sure Tessa wasn't a man at one time? Because she looks real like manly-ish in the face.
Whoa, what are we doing?
I love it. I love every second of this.
I mean, she does look like her dad, so that's kind of.
Jesus. I mean, we've broken up happy homes. We've accused people of being transgendered. I mean, we're off to a great start. But yes,
I do see a Thomas in there.
Huh?
I do see a Thomas in there. Before they call
let's totally move on and let's talk about
what we missed. My tea, for real.